Finished it, guys. And I just want to say to all those Harry Potter fans out there, I've got a few things to say about the book. I don't know whether I've missed something or whether, J.K. Rowling's just decided to keep us in the dark, but I've just noticed a lot of things which were not touched on or were not explained. She was always saying in interviews that there was something significant about Harry having his mother's eyes, but as far as I could tell, it wasn't touched on. Dudley was obviously experiencing something terrible when the Dementors came at the start of Book 5. Well, we never found out what it was. Bill Weasley was bitten at the end of Book 6, but he never showed any reference to being a werewolf in Book 7. Everybody seems to know quite a lot about the events the night Harry's parents were killed and Voldemort met his downfall. But how did they know? There was nobody else there that night. The only survivors from the scene were Voldemort and Harry, who of course wouldn't remember it. So how does everybody know what happened? I never understood the veil in the Department of Mysteries. What was that all about? I was sure that was going to be explained in some way, but it never was. It mentioned in Book 5 that Dumbledore and Petunia were in contact with each other for quite a while. What did they discuss? Again, not touched on. The prophecy at the end of Book 5 mentions that Harry thrice defied Voldemort, or possibly Neville thrice defied Voldemort. I can't see that myself. I can perhaps just about see how Harry's maybe done that, or he hadn't done it at the time the prophecy was made. And how the hell's Neville done it? Neville never had anything to do with Voldemort. We obviously found out what happened to Ollivander. We never found out what happened to, and I can't pronounce his name, Florence Lauskew? She's the lady who works at the ice cream parlour in Diagon Alley. I really don't know how you pronounce her name, but she went missing in Book 6 as well. We never found out what happened to her. Did Harry ever learn to apparate? This might just be a plot hole, but Voldemort still had the wand that he killed Harry's parents with when he came back in Book 4. How did he get it back? Because obviously he couldn't retrieve it after he just was killed, or whatever it was that happened to him by Harry, and he just fled. So how did he get his wand back? This is something a lot of fans have been very puzzled about. Why did it take an entire day for Hagrid to rescue Harry from his house after he was killed, and then take it to the Dursleys? Because it was the following night that he arrived at the Dursleys. SPEW. That sort of just frittered away into nothingness. I mean, it was touched on in Book 5, I think, just about. Actually, yeah, it was referred to quite a lot, but after that we never heard about it. Obviously, it's mentioned on like Dumbledore's wizard card, the 12 uses of dragon's blood. We never found out what they were. A quote which is mentioned a lot by Harry Potter fans in the build-up to Book 7 from J.K. Rowling, that somebody would learn how to do magic very late in life. That never happened. What did James and Lily do for a living? Whatever happened to Fawkes? Here's the one that really puzzles me. Harry's parents left him a huge fortune, because it's in his Vault of Gringotts. Where the hell did they get it from? And they kept mentioning how, I think it was in build-up to Book 5, and then a little bit in the build-up to Book 6, and then the build-up to Book 7, that we were at some point going to find out why some wizards turn into ghosts and why some don't. Again, as far as I could tell, unless I'd missed something, that was never touched on. Right. I'm just going to talk now about some things in the series as a whole which just irritate me a little bit. I generally enjoyed the first 3 books a lot more than I enjoyed the last 4. You got much more of a sense that there was a lot more going on, one thing led to another, there were more than one things going on at the same time. I never got any sense that things were dragging, it sort of flowed very steadily. The last 4 though, they were too long, they dragged on too much, there was too much dead wood in there. She realised now what she had this amazing series, and it wouldn't matter if she left in everything that she wanted to put into the book, because nobody now was going to complain. got fans just wanting more and more and more, and as much of the book as possible. I think that's probably why she did it, why she made the book so long after that. She just wanted to leave everything in to give fans as much Harry Potter as they wanted. Once you get to cult status, you also have like these huge fan club of just fanboys who cannot possibly bear to say anything negative about the book, which was well demonstrated, I think, by a video that was featured on YouTube just after the book came out. So she was never going to be in danger of receiving any criticism from about book 4 onwards, so it didn't really matter how long she made the book.